Hey guys, this is how to do a 3-digit times single-digit multiplication using the place value method. This involves carrying numbers over to the next columns, and you need to follow this method if you're going to be successful at timesing these larger numbers by a single digit. So the important thing to note is that I've laid out this sum very clearly using columns, and that's a really good skill to have, and that's the key to success. So 398, I've made sure that I've got really lots of space around all my numbers, and I put the 6, which is what we're timesing it by, directly under the 8 so that it's in the ones column. So the method to times all these ones is to start from the right hand side using this method, and you times 6 by 8, then 6 times 90, then 6 times 3, because, by 300, because that's basically the same thing as 398 times 6. If you take all of these and use the expanded notation of 300 plus 90 plus 8, if you times all of those by 6, then you end up with the correct answer. So we start with the ones column, 6 times 8. Okay, well that's 48. And one of the methods we have to carry is to say that the right hand side digit goes down and the left hand side digit goes up. And you can write this on your paper to show that you've thought about where does the 8 go, where does the 4 go. And that's the same for any 2-digit answer of a multiplication at any point throughout your working out of the problem. If it's a single digit, you just simply put the answer down in the correct column. But because it's a 2-digit, we have to carry this 4 over to the tens column because it belonged in the tens column. 4 here means 40. 8 actually just means 8 ones. So 8 goes down and the 4 goes up to the next column. Now that we've dealt with the 6 times 8, now we need to deal with the 90, 6 times 90. So 6 times 9 is, anyone? 54. Okay, but because we've carried over this 4 from the previous one, we add on that 4. Okay, so that's, some people get a bit confused with what they're supposed to do with that 4, or they times it by another 4, or they get a bit confused. But it's basically 6 times 9, we've still got that 4 tens still left over. So 54 plus another 4 is 58. So again, I'm just going to show you what I'm thinking here. 58, so the 8 will go down and the 5 will go up. Making sure that I'm in that same tens column. 8 and the 5 goes up, and that's a plus 5. So now I've dealt with 6 times 8 and 6 times 90, and so far we're up to 88, and we've carried over another 500 over to there. So that sounds about right. We're getting into the thousands. So now 6 times 300, well, just 6 times 3, because it's much easier to work with single digits. 6 threes is 18, but we must remember to add on that 5 other hundreds that we've got there. So 18 plus 5 is 23. So 23, looks like I'm going to have the 3 down in the hundreds column, and the 2 is going to go up. Now you can just write a 2 here, but you might also want to indicate that you've kind of carried over that 2, and now we can just add up all of the thousands column, which there is only one, and that's the 2 there. So the answer is 2,388. You can double check that by estimating. It sounds like that's close to 400, and 4 times 6 is 24, so that seems around about right. It's close to 2,400. That's the place value method for single digit.